My name is Zeke, if you haven't met me before, and I just wanted to share a personal thought with you. See, sometimes I have this feeling of powerlessness, like it's something within me that I feel like keeps me from following God. Maybe it's that I don't feel like I have the power to touch other people's lives in the way that Jesus calls us to. Maybe it's that I don't have the power to call on God, or maybe I don't even deserve to call on God because I feel not good enough within myself. And the powerlessness even extends to feeling like I can't change my own life, like I can't guide my own steps to follow God in the way that He's called me to. So I decided to share this with you because when I think of powerlessness, when I think of someone who feels not good enough, what I think about is David. In the moment when David turned his back on God and turned his back on what he knew he should have been doing in order to have an affair with a woman who was not his wife. And in the middle of this moment, the way David responds is when he comes to his senses after Nathan the prophet told David how bad his actions were. When David comes to his senses, he cries out to God. In Psalm 51, he says, "Have mercy on me, God, according to your unfailing love and according to your great compassion. Blot out my transgressions." If you go on down the list, I'll get all the way down to verse 10 in chapter 51, David says this, and this means so much to me. "Create in me a pure heart, O God. Renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit away from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation. Grant me a willing spirit to sustain me." And this is so impressive to me because David, in the midst of his powerlessness, in the midst of his sin, realizes where everything good in his life comes from. And he knows that it is the Spirit of God within him, and it's also the will of God on his life that is bringing good things in his life. And he cries out and says, "God, do not remove your Spirit from me. God, do not turn a blind eye to me. I know that I've sinned, but I'm sorry. And I'm asking for your Spirit because I can't go a day without your joy. I'm asking for your Spirit because I know that I need a pure heart. And I know that I don't have the ability to purify my own heart, but I know that your Spirit can. And I know that that's what you want to do within me." And so I just want to echo that today. And I would ask you to pray that same prayer. But for my life, for Zeke's life, I need a pure heart. I need a new spirit. I need the Spirit of God so active in my life that joy abounds, that love abounds to my wife, to my family, to everybody around me. I need His Spirit so deeply that I might walk the path that He's asked me to do in the power that comes from Him. That's where you take away the powerlessness, is by walking with the Spirit. Create in me, God, a pure heart. Renew the steadfast spirit, the spirit that seeks you and the spirit that runs after you full-heartedly. Renew that within me, Lord, that your Spirit may dwell with me, that I may do the things you've asked me to do.